to show your allyship, because you might know that you would support LGBTQ plus people around you, but until they've come out, until they've taken that leap of trust to come out to you, they don't know how you're going to react unless you've already shown them. So you have to create that safe, trusting environment for them to feel like they can come out to you. So it's no good saying, oh, well, I wouldn't say that if he was gay, because you don't know. So here's a tip, be neutral wherever you can in the language you're using. So using explicitly gendered terms can exclude trans people. Until you know somebody's gender, don't make assumptions about it, which I think is the next broad point to come on to. Equally, before making assumptions about the gender of someone's partner, well, don't make assumptions. Give them the opportunity, if they want to tell you something, to share, rather than making an assumption that then feels much harder for them to go back against. I remember a mechanic asking me very early on, do you have a girlfriend at the moment? And just because they'd phrased the question in that way and they started talking about girls straight away, it made it harder for me to feel like I could say, oh no, actually, I have a boyfriend. That assumption makes things more challenging. A really good tip is just to be sensitive to the language that people are using about themselves. Everyone's identity is theirs to define. So use the pronouns that they use for themselves, and use the description that they want to use for whether they are LGBTQ plus and how they want to define that. Be careful with your banter, because it could be excluding people without you knowing. As I say, you can't just say, oh, well, it's okay because there isn't anyone LGBTQ plus around, because you don't know. Make it clear that everyone's welcome to be involved in conversations and events. So an example of that would be early on when I was involved in motorsport, before Racing Pride and all of that, but when I had started to come out to some people, I didn't know whether my boyfriend would be welcome at things, or I worried whether he'd be welcome at things. If someone had said to me, oh, I'm bringing my partner, are you going to bring yours? And I knew that they knew that I had a boyfriend, well, then I would feel absolutely okay to bring him. I'd know that there was an ally there. Respect the fact that LGBTQ plus people are trusting you when they come out to you. So LGBTQ plus people will only come out when they feel safe to, and in environments they feel safe to. And just because they come out to you doesn't mean they're out to everyone. And there might be very good reasons why they're only out in some environments. So even if they're out on social media, even if they've come out to you directly, that's not then an invitation for you to come out on their behalf to other people. For you to out them. So it's really important that you respect that. If you see or hear unhelpful language or behavior or banter which is inappropriate, most important thing is just don't go along with it. Don't be the person who laughs along to someone saying, don't push like a gay boy. Ideally, explain to the person why that language or that behavior isn't helping. At the very least, don't laugh along, as I say. And if you do feel like you can help someone to be more inclusive, then I think my advice would be to initially view them with kind eyes, as we call it. So you assume that they're trying their best, they just don't realize that they're excluding people. So politely say, look, I know that you didn't mean it this way, but actually what you said can really offend some people because... and so next time it'd be better if you said this instead. And then I think the other thing is to be visible in your allyship. So if you can have your pronouns on your social media profile, that just shows people that you're thinking about the LGBTQ plus community. It suggests already that you might be an ally. Attending events like this, obviously, and if you say to your teammates, oh, I'm glad that we did a thing with Racing Pride for LGBT History Month, maybe one of them will hear that and think, wow, this person could be an ally to me. All these little things are really picked up on by LGBTQ plus people and will help to create that environment in which they feel safe to be themselves. So an image I wanted to leave you with is an image that will stay with me for a long, long time, which was me last Pride.